So the next question I'm going to answer because this story is crazy. And have you ever seen or maybe encountered a supernatural spirit or ghost? I used to be a leasing agent, so like I would show people houses and apartments and stuff. And I would also go and beforehand I would like record videos of the houses when they were empty so people could, like see if they
Yeah.
were moving from out of state or whatever. And so I was taking a video of this old house in Portland and I turned on all the lights. I go around the house, I turn on all the lights, and then I walk around and I just like pan the room, taking videos. I get to the very end. So the house you walk in, you go, there's stairs straight ahead. There was like a dining room or formal living room to your left. The dining room was to your right. So I take all the video, I'm upstairs and I'm coming down the stairs and the dining room light on the left now turns off.
No
And I was
way.
like freaking out. I was freaking out. And I could just like feel something weird in the house. Me and my coworker, I feel like we always got just like creepy houses. And so then I take one step down and the light comes back on. And so yes, maybe there was something wrong electrically, right? But we'll get to that. So then
Yeah.
I ran out of the front door. I ran out of the front door all the way to the like sidewalk and I look back and the light is off again.
Oh
I
no.
took one step and it turned back on.
Oh
And
man.
I was like, I'm not doing this today. So I ran back up to the door. I just locked the door and I left and I called our maintenance. I was like, something's wrong with the light in this house. There's got to be, it was like flickering. Something was weird. They went and they checked it. They did all their tests and nothing was wrong. I just got like a weird feeling in that house and I was for sure that there was something in there. It was creepy.
Well, that's scary.
It was scary.
I
I think
yeah.
I think it was an electrical problem. I think it was definitely an electrical problem. I think you were just a
No,
bit mad. You were just a bit mad, weren't you?
I think I
And
may
light
have
goes
been
on and off.
trying to see, like make it that conclusion, even though it wasn't. For sure, looking back on it now, but in that moment, I remember being so terrified, so
Yeah.
scared.
I
Yeah,
think when that sort of fear gets you, it's got all consuming, isn't it? It is all
yes,
consuming.
yeah,
You know,
it was scary.
like if you're walking somewhere and it's dark, and you only have to put that little seed in your head, and it's just like you suddenly feel on edge and tense and nervous.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah. Uh, I feel for you. It must have been horrendous.
It was so horrible. I'm okay now. Lots of therapy. I'm good.
Thank goodness. No.
So no, I've never encountered anything supernatural or ghostly. I used to have premonitions when I was a kid.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
Um, I don't even remember. It's stuff that my folks tell me. So my dad was a thing called a retain fireman. So he worked for the fire service, but he didn't. They didn't stay at the fire station because it was a little town. They had alerters, so they had like a little pager.
Right.
Apparently, I used to go in and wake my parents up and say, "Oh, Dad, you got a fire shout. You've got a fire shout." And they'd say, "No, haven't got. Go back to bed." And then within minutes, his alert would go on. And apparently, he used to happen quite a lot. Um, and lots of other, but they all sort of stopped late teens, I'd imagine. But yeah, I had quite a few of those. It was quite bizarre. But that's about it, really.
That's interesting. I
Nothing is exciting. Nothing
no.
is exciting as a light turning off and on. Whoa! Hang on, I'll give you some flashback. Woo!
Oh no, I can't handle it.
So as far as me, I when me, Jens, and your mom go traveling, we always tend to go to any type of haunted tours or history tours or
Oh, really?
museums. Yeah, we love the like you go to New Orleans and you can go on the cemetery tours and this and that. Anyway, we've just always been fascinated with history. So wherever we go, we tend to try to do the haunted ghost tour of that area.
No.
And I think in Oregon, there's a place that has an underground. So there's basically an underground city underneath the city. And
Really?
yeah, it was where like yeah, I don't know the whole story, but in the underground city, I want to say we heard some noises and there was nobody there, and we heard somebody cough, like audibly, and there was nobody else there.
No way.
Yeah,
I tell you what that was. It was a sheep.
could have been.
No, honestly, no. Like, so where I used to live in a little tiny village, and over the back was a load of fields, and yeah, sheep cough like humans,
Did they really?
and they just go like, so I used to do a lot of fishing, so I'd be there fishing, and there'd be someone coughing all the time. And I'm like, who's that? And it's the sheep. So my guess, there was a sheep around.
You think there was a sheep in the sewer? Because were
Yeah,
you in the sewer?
one of those vicious, nasty, like the alligators.
Those sewer sheep.
Yeah, they get flushed down the toilet when nobody wants them. They stick them down the toilet. It was a nasty, nasty cough that a sheep had got from being in the sewer.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
That's so funny. I got to tell you what I love. Like if you want to put a smile on my face, you just need to do the screaming goats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're freaking awesome.
Oh, what the ghosts?
No, goats.
No, goats. Have you seen
Sorry,
that?
it cut out. Then I missed that, and it was a punchline.
Here, I'll show
Ah.
you. I'll show you. Yeah. It's pretty good. Hold on. I'm gonna get it.
All right, hit it.
If my phone will work.
It's not going to make me jump, is it? It's not going to make me jump.
No.
No.
That's all
It's
right.
not. No, yeah. I think you'll be okay. If you're not scared of a light flickering, you're gonna be okay.
Oh,
No, I guess you
goats!
can't hear it. The goats, where they scream.
I love a goat.
Love a goat.
I
They're
love
so
a goat.
good.
They're awesome. That's too funny.
So, so guys, I have one last question for you. I'd love to know, who is your biggest supporter?
Oof. Good
Oh,
question.
I think we've probably got the same answer.
Yeah, my significant other.
Maybe.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, without her, I just don't know. Well, she's she's a lot. She's amazing. But so whenever I post something on Instagram or Facebook or something like, mainly Instagram, I put it up, and I'm normally quite pleased with myself because I'm a bit bad at posting stuff, and I post it and I write stuff. And I try and write a bit, to make it a bit more interesting for people. And yeah, I get this little voice at the door coming in, and go, "Mark, dear, you've made a few errors on your post."
You can't spell for shit.
I can't. I have creative spelling, is how I like to put it.
That's the
But
best.
she's quite hot on spelling, she's very, very supportive, and also I've made mistakes on, because I print all my own boxes.
Yeah.
I do the wraps and everything like that, and I put this one out, and I'd ordered about 30 of these box wraps, and I boxed it up, and she came in and went, "That looks really good. You've spelt figure wrong
Oh no,
on action figure."
that's not good.
I was like, "I don't care. It's going out. It's custom, isn't it? It's custom.
Yeah, it's unique.
It's bespoke, unique. Yeah, people pay
Yes.
extra money for that."
Yeah, they do. They pay extra money for that word spelled wrong.
Yeah, totally.
Too funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's definitely my biggest supporter, without a doubt. Yeah.
Without her, it couldn't be done.
No. Well, it could be done. I'll be honest, it could be done. but there'd be a lot more spelling mistakes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would have to totally agree with you. I think having a wife that's supportive, especially and
Yeah,
having see Jen's supportive. She helps out a lot. She does a lot of the stuff, like especially to make
Hmm.
video stuff like you, Jensen. Um, but without having her support, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do anything. She's kind of like the she's super organized, like Jensen
right.
is. So and I'm
Hmm.
super not organized, like the worst ever at organizing. I have a lot of good thoughts though.
He does. He's the thought man. He's the thought man. He's the idea
I'm
man,
the idea
and
man.
we figure out the steps sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. I sometimes Debs, that's my wife. She'll say, "Oh, I think you should do this colour hair on her," or "I think you should do that," or "I think you should do that." Don't tell her. Never do it. Oh, that's a really good idea. Really, really good idea. What I have done for the first time ever, and I've never done this before, ever, is I actually got her to help me with this figure.
Yeah.
There
Um,
you go.
so this, oh,
Don't
so
drop it.
this, let me show you here. So this,
Oh yeah.
with
Oh, that's
the
really nice.
beads, it goes around her neck. Um, yeah, she had to make them all.
That's awesome.
Oh, there you go.
So I gave her all the beads and I gave her the stuff to make it. And yes, and I said it's got to be. They've all got to be. It's got to be the right. There's got to be the right amount.
Yep.
Whatever there was, 18, 20, or 20 odd of them, and they've all got to be these colour in this order. And she did it. I was well impressed. Well impressed. It took her hours, and she did it with my son when he lives with me.
That's
But
awesome.
yes, I'm not paying her though.
Now.
I'm not paying her. No. I'll cook her dinner. I'm not paying
Yeah.
her.
You know, I figured out a long time ago that if you want to have a better life, you got to have a happy wife. And so I don't. She takes
Yeah.
care of all the finances now. I don't have any. I just say that's what I want, and she says yes or no, and we leave it at
Yeah,
that.
you see, I say that's what I want. And she just says no all the time. No, no, no.
Oh, that's too funny.
But yeah, no. Without her support, it would be incredibly tough. I mean, it's mainly it's really the sort of the emotional support.
Hmm.
For me is one of the biggest things because obviously I work in a vacuum, like a complete vacuum.
Right.
I've got I don't have any friends. I better
Well,
clarify
keep going.
that.
Finish that sentence.
I don't have any friends that are into this.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends are like, "Oh, it's really cool." "Oh, what are you making? What are you making?" But they're not into it.
Right.
And the only sort of people that are into it are the virtual people
Yep.
that I speak to through social media. So I do work in a vacuum, and it's really hard. We spoke about this before, but before pre-order, even when I'm making a figure, I'm just a mess. I am an absolute mess
Yep.
because this is my livelihood.
Yep. You want it
Yeah.
to go off well.
If I get it wrong, it's a big thing if I get it wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, but she's always there. She always says, "Don't worry about it. Take your time. Don't rush it." And when it comes to like the day of pre-order, she was always, "It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right."
That's
And
awesome.
really luck. I'm very lucky, and it normally is all right. But yeah, it doesn't stop me. Doesn't stop me absolutely bricking myself every single time.
Yep.
I've got to figure out. It's hard, very hard. But like I said, I imagine it's very similar for you.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, it's she keeps me in check, and
Yeah,
I need that sometimes, right?
yeah. It's that grounding,
It's
isn't it?
total grounding, and it's not
Yeah.
not grounding like you can't go outside and play with your friends. It's grounding like we shouldn't do that because it could financially wreck us. However,
Yeah.
we've I've we've learned the most valuable lessons from making the biggest mistakes, and going forward, if we hadn't have made those mistakes, we could have been a lot worse off than we are now.
Go on, give me a massive mistake.
Me?
Go on, what have you done? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, what's cost us an arm and a leg?
Oh gosh, maybe I should get your mom.
she she'd probably be able to tell you quicker than Brian.
Yeah, biting off more than you can chew. You know,
Yeah,
like yeah, like I think my biggest problem is I'm a people pleaser, like to the extreme,
yeah,
and it's really hard for me when somebody's not happy, and I'm
yeah,
oftentimes the middleman, especially in this industry, where I want
yeah,
to make, you know, party A and party C happy, and I'm the B guy,
yeah,
and
yeah,
uh, sometimes, yeah, I don't know how to say it. There's just some stuff. You're always trying to, ultimately, you want to make a good product. Sometimes you get feedback and you still go with your gut because you feel like you need to produce this because you've already said you would. And so
yeah,
I've made a mistake where we have produced, a figure, too many of them, it was too expensive to produce,
yeah.
but
And the thing is, it's not like me. I mean, like this thing has cost me a lot. It's been really, really quite expensive. Um, just the sheer quantity of prints,
hmm
and it's not just it's almost like the thickness of some of the prints, like the hats. They're
yes,
quite thick,
yep,
and it's cost an enormous amount of resin,
yeah, dude,
um,
yeah,
and resin has gone through the
through the
roof.
roof, yep,
Um, I mean, I think it's now costing me another £20 more.
yeah,
I mean, it's 100. I think it's about 180 quid for a resin,
Wow.
and yeah, it's not going very far at the moment. And I had a massive. So normally heads. Um, I've got a really good contact in China, and she's fantastic,
hmm
and always gets me stuff at a really really good price.
right,
But of course, in my usual style, I chose a head for this particular project, and yeah, so it's this head of an actress. It's a good head, and this is going to be absolutely perfect for what I want. Absolutely perfect. And I thought
okay,
I knew that my time frame on this, because of my other commitments, my time frame on this build was going to be low. So I thought, right, I'm going to buy all the heads. I'm just going to buy them, no fuss,
hmm
no problem. I haven't got to hair them, anything like that. So I thought, right. So I contacted my contact in China, and I said, right,
right,
I'd like 30 of these heads, please. And she went, absolutely no problem, Mark. I should get onto the supplier right now. She came back and she said, I can get you 3. I was like, what? She
yep,
said, yeah, I can get you 3. And this bear in mind, the day before,
after,
I put out, yeah, I put
ooh,
pre-order,
ooh, wow,
and it was like I told that like
and the hunt
26 or
is
27
on.
of these, and now I've
Brian,
got
you have any of
3
these?
heads. I thought, this is going to be challenging. So that was really stressful. And bearing in mind, I was paying like that head,
Yeah,
the heads that I bought, the head that I got. I didn't pay that much for. I got a good price on the head. So I started casting them. So they cast. Um, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet, and
oh wow, good,
production will be delayed. But then I got onto AliExpress, and I started using AliExpress, which is I do. You know AliExpress? I'm sure you must know. Yeah. So, but I don't know quite how it
right,
works because, like, I contacted a
yep,
seller,
we
and
do,
he got them up for 26 quid or whatever it was, £26. And he says yes, yes, yes. And on the web page there was like
hmm
999 in stock. I was like, yes. So I went ahead and I ordered all these heads, and I waited
Right.
and I waited, and I got through the post a little parcel that was that big, and it had a little tiny piece of metal in.
Hmm.
And I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I contacted,
Yeah. That.
yeah, I couldn't
Yep.
believe it.
That's how they do
Eight
it.
hundred quid I'd
So
spent, 800 quid,
it's
and I got a
terrible.
little packet
That
with a
that
little bit
actually
of
just
metal
happened to
in.
me recently. So
And I mean, AliExpress are brilliant.
yeah.
You get your money back straight away. Very, very good.
Yep.
But then the hunt was, yeah, because yeah, it delays.
But it's time. It's the time.
Yeah,
Like you're waiting for those heads. You're watching the
yes,
tracking
yeah. Well, that's
number. It's
what
going
I've
to show
seen.
up. It's here,
Yeah,
and they get paid because they sent out a tracking number. So they've already collected that money. Yeah, yeah. It's dirty. So eBay has checks and balances.
right. But I mean, it was good. But then I started talking to all these different sellers, and saying, look, I need, how many of these heads can you get? And they're like, oh yeah, I can get you 20. And then they'd come back and say, I can get you 4. And then what happened is the more that I found and bought, the more they changed the
Right.
price. So I think they have one central warehouse.
Correct. And 20 different accounts which they sell under, and they're all different prices, and they're all fluctuating, and they're all in different denominations, like Canadian, UK pound. I mean, there's so many different stores, and it's always the same listings because you can tell because they don't change the pictures. So you know the same guy is listing at 5 different stores at the same time.
Right. Yeah. But it's been an absolute nightmare. Absolutely. And I still haven't got all the heads.
That's crazy.
But yeah. But yeah, the price went up. Um, the price of the head went up from when I first bought it to the last one I had to buy. The price went up $18.
Wow.
That was in a day.
Wow.
That was in a day because I was on it and I was sweating and I was like, oh my god, I'm never going to get all these heads. And yeah, they pumped up the price. And there
That's a
was
good thing because they know they got a buyer. Yeah,
yeah, and
absolutely.
there was one that was like $35 more.
Yep.
And I was just like, that's crazy. So
It's crazy. Yeah, it can eat
yeah,
into your budget like super quick.
yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's this why this figure's grown really quickly. But I have been playing. I have been playing today, and this is one of the
Oh,
casts,
that looks fantastic.
and
Love that.
I really want to put out a bald female figure.
Yeah, that's super cool,
I
dude.
love it.
I did the last figure I put out, which had the Catwoman head.
Mm-hmm.
The Hot Toys Catwoman. So this is the Hot Toys Catwoman head.
That's sweet.
And then yes,
That's awesome.
but yeah, one day I'll get round to it. One day.
Well, thank you guys for chatting, for answering my random
Yeah,
questions.
I haven't really done much work, have I?
Nope, not really. That's okay. We'll get
It's
you
all right.
next time.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
only practice, man. It's
Yeah,
only practice.
Yeah,
yeah.
there we go. Awesome. Well, let's continue kip-hashing, and everybody make sure to follow Mark on Instagram. What's your handle? Will you shout it out?
It'd be just a Dorgmal Snow. If you just Google Dorgmal Snow, stuff comes up. Loads of stuff comes up.
Perfect. Let them do the work.
Yeah.
Don't make it easy.
Yeah.
Just let them do the work.